Hi everyone, I'm Liam and this is Gear Talk. In this video series, I'll be showcasing awesome photography equipment, technology and software to help you on your photographic journey. In this first episode, we're taking a look at the Peter McKinnon X Nomatic camera pack. This backpack was created as a collaboration between famed photographer and YouTuber Peter McKinnon and US-based bag company Nomatic. I've owned this camera bag for around about 8 months now, and there's a lot to love about it. So let's take a look, starting off with design. So starting off on the front of the bag, you can see we've got a really minimal design here. It just comes in this one colour, which is black. Down here we've got the Peter McKinnon Nomatic logo on this little badge, and then the rest of the exterior is covered in this smooth, durable, weather-resistant material. We've also got this detailing that runs down either side of the front of the bag here, and this isn't just part of the design, but these are actually functional. So these are little anchor points that allow you to clip things onto the exterior of the bag. And you get 2 additional straps with the bag. You've got a simple buckle mechanism in the middle here. You can resize it. And then these are the attachment points for the bag. This is really clever. So you have the little plastic bit here with a metal clasp. You simply squeeze it together, that pops it open, and then you can slide it through any of these anchor points and clip it shut. And that allows you to attach anything then to the front of the backpack in multiple different places. So moving on to the side of the bag here, we have a quick access panel that allows you to get into the main compartment of the backpack. So this is great if you've got your camera in there with a lens mounted and you want to quickly grab that to take a photo. You can swing it off one shoulder, you can unzip this little panel here and get straight into the main compartment of the backpack. Now I don't currently use this. I'm using a Fujifilm GFX 100, which is a medium format camera. It's quite a big camera and it doesn't actually fit through this gap very well. Now if you're using a regular Pro DSLR without a battery grip or a mirrorless camera, it's going to fit through there no problem. So it's great to have that option and flexibility when it comes to quickly accessing your camera from the outside. You've also got a handle that sits just here as well, allowing you to grab the bag from this side, and there's actually a handle on every single side of this bag, and it's part of this webbing that just runs around the exterior here, so it's really strong, able to hold the weight of whatever contents you've got in your bag there, so great to have the option just to grab it from any side. And then just here we've also got some more of those anchor points that we saw on the front, so again you can grab one of those straps and just clip things to the exterior of the bag. So onto the other side of the bag, we've got another handle like we saw on the opposite side and more of those anchor points just at the top there. And then down at the bottom, we have your water bottle and tripod holder. And this is a really clever design. It sits completely flat and flush to the side of the bag when not in use. And all you do when you need it is lift up the flap here and you've got access to quite a deep tripod or water bottle holder. It's got elastic on the inside here, so it stretches up quite big, so no matter what size, it should fit your tripod in there. And of course, with your tripod, you can also attach those straps to the top just to give it a little bit more stability. It's got magnets that run along this edge here, and this is what I really love about it. So when it's not in use, you just lay it down, and that just sits nice and flush to the side of the bag. Really clever design, love that. So this is the bottom of the backpack. There's not a lot going on down here, but you have actually got a handle, so that again, this is part of that webbing that runs the whole way around the bag. This is really useful if you're in an airplane and you've got it stowed in the overhead lockers. You can just grab that and slide the bag straight out, which is again, a really nice feature. Now looking at the top of the bag, we've got another handle just here, and this of course is the main handle you're going to grab when picking the bag up. What's really nice about this is it sits away from the bag, so you can nice and easily just put your hand in there and pick it up. The rest of the handles that I showed you around the other sides fit flush to the bag, so they're out of the way until you need them, but this one being the main handle just allows you to grab it nice and easily. It's also really thick and really well padded, so it gives you plenty of grip and comfort when picking up the bag, even if it's fully loaded. Just behind that, we have another handle just here, which is the 5th handle on the exterior of the bag. And this is really nice if you're the sort of person that hangs your bag up, maybe you put it onto a coat hook, something like that. It sits right at the back of the bag and allows you just to hang that up comfortably on the wall. Moving on to the back of the bag, we've got a nice little bit of detail in here. We've got the Pete's Pirate Life logo, which is the skull with the little crossed knives just there. And that's just part of this padding on the back of the backpack. And you'll see that featured in a couple of places, which is really nice. We've also got this panel just in the middle, which allows you to slide the backpack onto the handle of your luggage. So if you're in the airport and you don't want to carry this on your back, you can slide this over the handle of your luggage and just wheel it along, which is really nice to have. And then down at the bottom, we have the waist strap. And this brings me on nicely to comfort. Like I said, I've had this bag for around about 8 months now, and one thing I can definitely say about it is it's incredibly comfortable. We've got this really nice padding that runs down the entire back of the bag, a nice bit of padding at the bottom here for your lower back as well. There is structural support inside the backpack to keep it nice and rigid and hold its shape. And down at the bottom here, we've got the waist strap that I was talking about before. So again, nicely padded, nice and wide, and we've also got a nice big chunky clip there as well. And of course, you can resize it to whatever size you need. But one thing I really love about this, so waist straps, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with them. I don't use them very often, but when the bag is fully loaded, I do like to have a waist strap to be able to distribute the weight a little bit more evenly across my hips. But what's really nice about this strap is it's completely removable from the bag. So you can unclip it here, and it runs through this section at the lower half of the bag there, and there's actually just some Velcro inside and some Velcro on the strap. So if you just reach in with your hand, loosen off that Velcro, and then you can slide the strap out when you don't need it. Along with the waistband, you also get a chest strap, which of course is removable as well. You've got a nice simple buckle mechanism in the middle here. You can resize it there, and then you've got a little bit of elasticated material on the side just for a bit of added comfort. You've got these clips, which are nice and easy to attach to the straps here, and you've got multiple points along each of the straps where you can attach it to suit your needs. So again, really nice. You've got the option to have it when you need it, but you can just keep it in your bag when you don't need it. So again, looking at the top of the bag, we've got the straps here. These are really thick, really well padded, very comfortable. Of course, you can resize them to suit you, but one thing I want to point out is just these little clips just at the top here. And what these do is they allow you to cinch the top of the bag up onto your shoulders. So if you've got a lot of gear in there, it's really heavy, you can actually adjust where it sits on your shoulders to distribute the weight a little bit more evenly. So really nice to have that option. Now, when it comes to storage, this thing really shines. It's a 35-litre backpack with the ability to add an additional 7 litres, which I'll show you shortly. So it's a big backpack, make no bones about it. It's definitely not going to be the right option for you if you just use a small mirrorless camera, maybe 1 or 2 lenses, and that's all you carry. This might be a little too big for you, but if you're someone that uses a couple of bodies, a handful of lenses, maybe you carry a drone with you because you do aerial photography as well, or you're someone that likes to travel for a couple of days, you take your camera gear and you want some clothes, this could be a really fantastic option for you. So starting off with this little quick access pocket on the front of the bag here. This is about the size of my hand, so a decent amount of space there to store things that you need to access quickly. That could be things like your business cards or your keys. It actually has this little clip to attach your keys if you do want to put those in there and keep them safe. There's also a little magnetic divider inside here, so there's another separate pocket of the same size. So if you want to store things in there that maybe you don't want people to get hold of, the little magnetic divider just keeps that separated from the main compartment, which is nice. All the zips are weather sealed as well across the entire bag, so you've got really good weatherproofing on the exterior of the backpack. Onto the side, we have an external laptop sleeve just here. So this is great if you need to quickly access your laptop on the go. You don't have to go rooting for it in the main compartments of the bag. You can just get to it here. It's really well padded. It's nice and soft inside. This will fit up to a 15-inch laptop, though I'm using a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and that does just fit in here nicely. Another great feature is that the laptop sleeve doesn't actually run the full length of the backpack. It actually sits around about 1.5 inches away from the bottom of the bag. So this means if you put your bag down maybe a little harder than you would usually, your laptop's actually lifted away from the floor, so it's not going to get damaged if it takes an impact at the bottom of the bag. Now, as I mentioned, if you're someone that tends to travel for a couple of days with your camera gear, this could be a really good option for you, and that's because it has a separate compartment for your clothes that's separated from your camera gear. So just in the front here, we have this space for your clothing. You've got 4 of these netted and elasticated pockets to give you plenty of space inside. You've also got this compression strap, so you can put plenty of clothes in the top there and then just compress them down using that strap to keep everything nice and tight. If we slide the bag across, in the lid you've got more space. We have another 2 netted pockets here with 1 large netted pocket just at the back there. So again, lots and lots of space to keep things organised. So now let's take a look at the main compartment of the bag where all your camera gear is stored, and that is accessed through the back of the bag just here. So now we're looking at the main compartment of the bag. This is where all of your camera gear is stored. I've set this up to suit me and my gear, but of course this is completely customizable. These little dividers that you see here can be removed. They're just attached with Velcro, which is very strong. These haven't moved since I've set this bag up, but it gives you loads of flexibility to set it up exactly how you want. The main dividers are these larger brown dividers, got a really nice soft material, very thick and well padded. And of course, they've got these little tabs down here with the Velcro to attach it to the inside. This particular one, and the one that you see here, is actually articulated, so you can angle this to suit your needs, whatever works for you. And then you have two of these straight ones here. Alongside that, you get these smaller black dividers with a little Pete's Pirate Life logo on there. Again, very well padded, nice and soft on the brown side there, and you've got these tabs to attach it, so you can divide it up exactly how you want. So you get loads of those in there, plenty of flexibility. So this bag's currently loaded up with most of the stuff that I take with me on a shoot. I've got my Fujifilm GFX 100, which is my main camera body, with the 45mm lens on there at the moment. It's quite a big camera, so I've got a section down here that fits that with the lens. And then over here, I've got 110mm lens that sits in that little section there. I've got a little section that I created at the back there for my macro adapter when I'm shooting florals and things like that. And then over here, I have my camera strap and also the rain cover. That brings me on to some of the accessories that you can choose to have with this backpack, starting off with this, which is the accessory cube. So this is a small rigid case that's great for storing items that would usually just be rattling around on the inside of your bag. So it's got a nice rigid material here, really well protected. You've got a little logo at the top there, handle on the side for getting it out of your backpack or carrying it around. So as we take a look inside, we've got the same dividers that we saw on the main compartment of the backpack. We have one large brown angled divider here and one small divider just here as well. So you can set this up exactly how you please based on the accessories that you're putting in there. So for me, I use this to store things like my mounting plates and tools, various things in there. I've also got my microphones if I'm doing any video work. And then over here, I've got a couple more accessories that you can opt to have with the backpack, and that is the battery case and the memory card case. Starting off with the battery case, we've got the same material on the outside as we saw on the exterior of the bag. If we open it up, there's space inside for 3 batteries. And one nice little detail is they do include a little set of stickers, which is the Pete's Pirate Life logos, little holographic stickers there to stick on your batteries. And that just means that if you put them in with the sticker facing up, you know that that battery is charged and good to go. And then if you put it in the other way around, you know you've used that battery already. So love that, nice little detail that they've included those stickers. And then the flap on the front just here attaches with a magnet. So again, really clean, really nice and simple. Similar thing with the memory card case. So we have that magnetic enclosure, same material and branding that we saw on the battery case. And in here, you can store 6 SD cards in these little slots just here, 2 CF cards, and then just at the back here, there's also a slot for things like micro SD cards or anything like that. Up in this top section of the bag, I have what is called the pack cube. Now I'll come on to that in a moment, but if I just take that out and I also take the accessory cube out, you can see how much additional space there is there for other lenses and things like that. So if you do have a bigger setup than what I've currently got, you carry more gear with you, you can choose not to have these accessories in there and you've got more space for more of your gear. Now let's talk about the pack cube. This thing is without a doubt my favorite accessory for the backpack. It's incredibly unique. I've never seen anything like it. I'm going to show you why in just a moment, but before that, I'll show you the inside. So it is a cube. It's just like the accessory cube. It gives you a little bit more space. You've got organization in here with the dividers. This will be great for something like a small camera setup, or like me, I've got the Mavic Mini in here. I've got the controller, a little LED light and a few accessories down in the corner there as well. So great if you just want to lift this out of the main bag, you've got something to carry with you, nicely protected. But let me show you what makes this incredibly unique. I'm going to zip this back up. I'm going to unzip this top section here. Now let's imagine you're on a city break, you've got your main backpack with you, and you've got all your camera gear, but you want to go out and you want to explore the city. You just want to take your small camera with you that you've currently got in the pack cube. Well, that's where this comes in handy. So if you open up the top here, this actually converts into its own backpack. That's right, it's a bag within a bag, which is absolutely incredible. So clever. So you unfold the top like this. Inside, you've got the straps. And if I flip this over, the lid of the pack cube becomes a nice little bit of padding for your back there. And then the straps here, we've got the same clips that we saw on the external straps. These just go into a little hook here, click them into place, and there you have a backpack. So do the same on this side. Even comes with a chest strap as well. So you've got that there. And then the main compartment here, you've got loads of room for your jacket and any additional things you want to carry with you. You've also got a little valuables pocket inside, a little netted pocket at the back there as well. And of course, all your camera gear is sat in this compartment down at the bottom there. So finally, if I slide the bag across so we can take a look at the lid, we've got few more netted pockets here. I've got my lens wipes and my business cards in there at the moment. And then up at the top here, we've got a little Velcro tab that allows you to store a tablet. So I've got the 11-inch iPad Pro in there at the moment. You could fit a 12.9-inch or a larger tablet like that in there as well. So great to have that additional to the laptop sleeve, and that's just tucked away nicely on the inside of the bag. The price for this bag ranges between $400 and $600 US, and that's dependent whether you go for just the backpack itself or whether you opt to go for the accessories that you've seen here today alongside it. So it's not a cheap bag, it's definitely a bit more of an investment, but it's a really great option if you're looking for something a bit bigger, something that you can travel with your clothes as well as your camera gear in one. And also it's got a lot of really unique features that make it stand out. Like I said, I've had this bag for a while now. I've really put it through its paces and it's held up incredibly well. Very, very durable, very, very comfortable. So I've been really, really happy with this bag and I have no hesitation in recommending it to you. I hope you found this video useful. I've been Liam. Join me next time for more Gear Talk.